Hey, good Friday morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrosa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. We made it to Friday. We'll make it through the weekend, but we won't be smiling a whole lot, especially from the weather. But I do want to point out, August 16th, we still have plenty of summer weather on the way, and September has notoriously been warm lately, so we could certainly turn around. Let's start today with the chance of severe weather. So what you're seeing here is the Storm Prediction Center's prediction for the areas of severe weather today. It's all a timing thing today because it's a marginal risk. So we have 5 levels of risk for severe weather. We're on the lowest level, level 1. We even get comments, why do you even mention marginal risk? Because it is the bottom level that meteorology has figured out we should tell you about. So marginal risk of severe weather from Traverse City to Standish to Cairo and Sandusky southward. Then they break it down for us, Storm Prediction Center does, says that the tornado risk, which is the far upper right, non-existent. They give us no tornado risk. Severe wind gust risk. Severe wind gust, remember, is a 58 mile an hour wind or greater. Why 58 miles an hour and not 60? Because meteorology has to be really difficult. They use knots, 50 knots. Why 50 knots? I have no idea. Nobody uses knots, probably not even Captain Sandy on, what's that show called? Below Deck uses knots anymore. But anyways, chance of a brief, isolated, severe wind gust, low end probably, 60 mile an hour gust out of a robust thunderstorm, small area affected. And they do kind of highlight an area of hail possible. All right, so what do we have going on right now? Right now, we do have some showers and thunderstorms, nothing that's severe, and timing is everything today on severe weather. And remember, thunderstorms weaken during the morning hours through, let's say 1 or 2 o'clock, then they strengthen 2 or 3 o'clock to about 8 o'clock, then they weaken again. And so when I show you the radar forecast, you'll notice that each time one of these bands of potentially severe storms moves through Michigan, it'll also be at the time when severe weather is least likely. So let's take a look here. So here's your high resolution rapid refresh model we use for severe weather forecasting now, and we get it every hour. So here is the current batch of showers moving through eastern lower and northern lower. This is at noontime. So again, remember, noontime, those thunderstorms in northern lower around the Traverse City area will have a tough time being severe. You could have a robust thunderstorm, but probably not severe. Then we go to something that's always been hinted at as developing, a robust short segment of thunderstorms in Wisconsin at 8, 9 o'clock, heading toward our shoreline late evening toward midnight, also in the weakening phase. So I'm going to say we're going to have a few patches of thunderstorms around. They can be strong. We could have an isolated severe thunderstorm, but we probably will not have anything widespread. Here's another model, and again, it shows you a timing that when we go to noon, showers and thunderstorms through the Saginaw area, Flint, the Thumb, into the northeast. It kind of has the line still into the eastern Thumb when the storms could increase, so we'll just keep an eye on it, but not be overly concerned. It also has the same idea of a line of storms coming out of Wisconsin. Makes sense because it's right at the comma head or the curl of this storm system. And as it comes into lower Michigan at midnight and so, it's in the weakening phase. Then you'll get a good feel for what tomorrow looks like. This is noon tomorrow and afternoon. See how the showers are speckled? They're not, covering a lot of area, but they're covering the whole state. That's why every hour or two you could get a 15-minute downpour. And we go into Sunday morning and into Sunday afternoon. The showers start to wane on this model, but the larger model shows still showers. I'm showing you this just to show you that there's still summer out there. So this is what a lousy weekend upper air pattern looks like over Michigan. See the circulation? That's an upper level low pressure system. You don't get a lot of sun and you don't get a lot of warmth with that. It shifts on to the east early next week, and note that it's still very, very hot. Extremely hot. Hey, good morning, John Robert Williams, Ronald McCarthy. Thanks for watching. Good morning, Shannon Helsiak. Excuse me. Morning. Think tonight's Tigers game at 6 will get rained out. No, let's go back to that before I forget. 6 o'clock. That would be 6 o'clock tonight. So that would be no rain there. Okay, so I think you're probably good to go. So now we get into late next week, and the ridge builds toward us and has a summery look, but it still has the opportunity for every strong storm system that comes up over the top of the ridge, drops in and gives us a cold front and a cool down. That one not until August 26th. So late August living up to its name. I think it's going to run somewhat cooler than normal just because of the fact that early next week you're going to have some cooler than normal days. Hey, good morning, Mark Ambrosi and Jan Kalo and Mark Kyneth. Thanks for watching the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. Here's the European model. So again, today we have showery weather. This is tomorrow morning into early afternoon. Just stare at it. That's a showery pattern. This is tomorrow afternoon into evening. It's a showery pattern. If you're hoping that we're wrong and that it's completely dry, you're going to really need a miracle probably. This is Sunday morning into early afternoon and afternoon into early evening. So this model is more aggressive with some showers. Remember, what you see here is a 6-hour rainfall total. So basically it says that Sunday afternoon, almost everybody, with the exception of maybe the western shoreline, Charlevoix, Petoskey, Traverse City area, down the shoreline, dries out, and the UP dries out. Then we go to Monday, northeast wind, cool. Tuesday and Wednesday, great weather, comfortable. Cool mornings, sunshine, warm afternoons. Thursday, Friday, hey, could we string together 7 good days of weather? This goes out 10 days, and we're just being faced with our next storm system. All right, like I said, still plenty of quote-unquote summer left. Hot, humid, long-lasting? Not sure about that, but days in the 80s? Sure. In fact, today will be humid in the southern part of the state, and that's what helps brew the thunderstorms. Northern half, look for upper 70s, UP mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow's high temperatures. This is showing, 77 in Saginaw. I think that might be a little bit too warm. It might be more like 75 degrees. Showing 70 in Traverse City. That sounds about right. And Charlevoix and Petoskey and Boyne. Showing 76 in Grand Rapids. That might be a touch warm also by a couple of degrees. Sunday, low to mid 70s as the cooler air is locked in, the clouds, the showers around. Monday, 60s in the Thumb, 70 in Oakland County, 72 in Ann Arbor, 76 in Grand Rapids, so very comfortable weather on Monday. Tuesday, Eastern Shoreline in the 60s, otherwise in the mid-70s. Wednesday, a pick day. A work skipper Wednesday, a work skipper Thursday, temperatures in the upper 70s, and definitely a work skipper Friday. Put them on the board. Next week also a great week for burning up 5 days of vacation if you need it. Put that slip in this morning and your boss will be like scratching her or his head. What does this person know? Why is he or she taking off? Well, this person knows Mark Torregrossa and MLive, right? So yeah, vacation next week, Saturday and Sunday, and then you see back to the upper 80s. So the potential definitely is there for us still to have plenty of warm weather. I will admit, the summer weekends are becoming numbered. The calendar is working against us now on the summer weekends. We don't get one this weekend. We may get one next weekend. It's hard to tell. That's pretty far out. And of course, we usually get a couple of summery weekends in September because one of the long-term climate trends is for even if we get goofy, cooler weather in late August, we seem to go to warmer than normal in September into October. And of course, at that point, the sun is lower in the sky, so it's harder to get really, really hot for a long time period, but it's still coming. So don't get yourself too down, and find yourself something to do inside this weekend because you're going to have a hard time staying dry if you're out for a long time period. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This has been brought to you by Consumers Energy. Have yourselves a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.